Hike along with me as I climb the 316 stairs up and down at Tonka State Park. There's the castle. Tonka is the original Ozark OG. It was there way before Lake of the Ozarks was dammed up and even was Lake of the Ozarks. Bought by a very wealthy Kansas City family called Saters and made into a family retreat for themselves and their friends. After decades of litigation, the state of Missouri was able to acquire the property and made it into this lovely, lovely, lovely state park that has many hiking trails, close to 7 miles of hiking trails, I think, picnic sites, fishing, there is kayaking, and you're not supposed to swim, but people do in the summer, and it's a very popular cove to cove out in, and paddleboard. I've seen way too many snakes in that little waterfall to ever get in that water, but it is very popular and a very beautiful corner of the lake. Missouri is a state of springs, and Tonka happens to be the 12th largest spring in Missouri. The trail is considered difficult. It's not very long. I think it's like 0.3 miles, but it's 300. Oh, look, Tiffany. It's 316 steps up, wooden steps up, and then 316 down. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but it feels like a lot. It's actually about a 17 to 20 minute hike, and that's without stops, and I stop all the time. When you finally get to the top, you get to see the castle ruins, and that were destroyed in, I think it was like 1942, after Robert Sater, started his project, and then he died during litigation, trying to fight the lake being built at all, and then his kids took over and finished it, and then there was a fire in 1942, and then more litigation, and that's when the state of Missouri acquired it and made it into a state park. But when you get up here, it's just beautiful. I mean, it's so eerie. You can kind of picture the parties and the horse-drawn carriages and all the entertaining that was done up here, and it's just spectacular. Like, you really feel like you're someplace when you get up to the top. Until several years ago, you could climb around in the ruins and take pictures, but I guess unstable people ruin everyone's fun. Tonka has one of the most spectacular views in all of the Ozarks, and usually it's a lot prettier. The colors aren't as great this fall for some reason, but the view is still beautiful. We like to sit down in that little perch, but it was too windy on this day. You can see where you park and make you feel like you've really accomplished more than 0.3 miles once you get to the top, and then you get to go down. Going down is much easier than going up, and I would recommend not starting at the top and going down to see the spring and then walking back up to your car. That's the wrong order. There are parking lots by both the spring and the castle up at the top, so if you are mobility impaired, don't feel like walking, and you just want to see some pretty things, you can park and don't have to do any steps whatsoever. The path is very well maintained, but it is steep and slippery whenever it's wet. And on this particular day, I was being swarmed by bees. It's a great place to stage your photos, like family photos or proms or engagements, and any time of year that you go, you will not be disappointed. It's spectacular anytime. I think it's the prettiest in the fall, and I don't think you can get a better view of the trees. And once you get back to your vehicle after you've hiked, you actually feel like you've done something.